Hello YouTube, this is a whiskey review of Redwood Empire's Pipe Dream. According to the bottle, it is 45% alcohol by volume, 750 mils. The bottle is filled with everything from longitude and latitude of the location to strange drawings, I assume, reflect the trees that surround their distillery, or is at least near the distillery. I know in their code on the bottom, their barcode, turning into trees, and they speak a lot about the what is it? Coastal redwood pipe dream tree. And I guess that's where this is sort of dedicated to. I'm not quite sure about the guy. I'm sure there's a story behind it. Have I looked it up to find out what it is? No, not really. Cork is a crumble piece cork, wooden top, and give this a pour. Put that on the ground, I guess. All right, and there we go. A little full, but dealable. It is yellow with hints of caramel and touches of red. Give it a swirl. Orange, lemon, caramels. Hints of spices, but not by much. Vanilla that rounds it all out. And then drops out. There is no real bite. There's no real burn on the nose. So, right there, very good. There's your burn. There's your bite. Right off the bat. Hits you hard. Hits you solid. As for the flavors, they do match the nose, but the initial burn and bite is a bit distracting. Very distracting. Can't get past it. This is, take whatever it is. Usually the taste buds acclimate to the alcohol, and so you get less of a burn, less of a bite. Not this case. The hang time, which is when the flavors start on your palate to when your flavors are off your palate. Nice long hang time. The problem is that burn and bite, which normally hits you up front and stays only in that brief amount of time, then drifts away, leaving you with the rest of the flavors of your whiskey. And then they usually drop off, leaving you with the flavor of the ethanol. In this case, the burn and the bite rides with equally. And in hand, go with those flavors, trail off. And usually, I said, it ends with this burnt tire taste of the ethanol. And there's no burnt tire taste. It's so overwhelmed and your mind is so distracted by that burn that you don't get any of that ethanol. I normally do not recommend ice. Ice has a tendency to knock down your flavors and the flavor profile by a good 70%. So anything with subtle layers into it, you're going to completely lose all those different nuances. Ice will, though, take those sharp edges, that burn and that bite, and start rounding off and curving off the effect. It needs ice. right off the bat. It needs ice. Now, how will this affect the other other flavors, and other profiles of it? You'll have to deal with it being drowned out a little bit. Because, like I said, it shaves off the burn, but also shaves off the nuances. That burn is so distracting, you'll have to deal with it with the ice, taking things away. So, with that type of thought following along, as for sipping it neat, you can, once you get past that distraction of that burn and bite. Now, like I said, this is, sip whatever, take whatever, and it's still affecting me, that burn, that bite. So typically, it fades away. Your taste buds acclimate, but not this case. In this case, it's hand in hand, all the way from the beginning to the end. A great loyalty, but not one you want in your snug. Now, this means, instead of having it neat, cocktail. And yes, I've had this in a cocktail, and it plays very well with sodas and other additives you would put in for a cocktail. Almost too well. So drinking it neat, try it, see what you think. My vote, cocktail type bourbon. The only sad part is, and I'm not sure how much this runs in your area, but in my area, which is the middle of nowhere, except where people don't have mufflers on their cars, it's a little too expensive for cocktails, though it would make a great cocktail bourbon. When you compare it to, say, Jim Beam or Johnny Walker, well, no, I'm sorry, not Johnny Walker. Of course, can't think of the things. The basics that are out there, Jim Beam and Wild Turkey and the rest of them. Those make great cocktails. You really don't want to have them neat, and this would fall into that family, but they are priced more towards having it in a cocktail. This guy is not exorbitantly expensive, but it's a little more than what I want to pay to put into a cocktail. I'm going to have muddied down with some sort of cola or fruit juice or some sort of sour mix. Though, a sour mix, that's an idea. I just had it with various colas. Regular cola, and I had it with cream soda and that sort of thing. But a sour mix, there's an idea. But either way, not neat. Try it neat. See what you think. And then try it in a cocktail. And, put down below what your thoughts are on that. I'm willing to vote this guy to be much more of a cocktail bourbon than as a sipper bourbon. Definitely not a dessert bourbon. By far, not a dessert bourbon. But yeah, see what you guys think. I vote cocktail. But any comments about this particular product? Warm accepted. Down below, great. Or better yet, go out, buy it, try it, and review it on the YouTube Spirits community, and let us all hear your thoughts about Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Bourbon Whiskey. Bottled in Sonoma County, California. Yay. There we go. But we'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it. So this is, normally your bourbons and your whiskeys come out of the deep south. So I was intrigued to find this was from California. Something different. And is it different? Is it worth buying? Try, see what you think. But like I said, comments down below. Great. Go out, buy, try. Let's hear your thoughts. Because that's what counts. I'm just some dude in the middle of nowhere. So my opinion means nothing. Your opinion, on the other hand, determines where you spend your money that you work hard for, and that is a lot more important. So until next time, keep on drinking.